Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are returning to France. I actually found a bottle in the cellar that I forgot about. I know that I still have two beers that I have to do a comparison on by these guys from Brasserie Burgonde in Vitteaux. But I noticed that I also have the Vutellum, and Vutellum is Latin, and it is the Latin name of Vitteaux, the current village that they are in. So Vutellum pays homage on the place that they are located in, and this is they call it an Imperial tonka, Imperial dark tonka. Meaning, first off, Imperial, it's an 11%er, so another 11. They didn't want to call this a stout, even though tonka is very often referred to when talking about stouts. And tonka is the tonka bean of a certain tree. Now, I know from my kitchen days, because I used to be a sous chef, that many chefs like the tonka beans for their aroma, for their flavor, but some brewers have discovered this as well. Now, this is an Imperial dark, like I said, 11%, brewed with those tonka beans, and apparently also with sweet malt extract. Now, Brasserie Burgonde in Vitteaux does something special with their grain bill, because they are so far from their nearest malting that they actually use a lot of raw grains from the neighbors, and instead of malting, they actually process that in the brewing process itself. So very interesting. And this bottle was actually gifted to me by Nicolas, the brewer himself, when I visited them in 2022. So it's been in my cellar for quite a while. Now it's an 11%er. By law, we are not obligated to put on a best before date, and I actually think they haven't, which might be a good thing in this case. Now, they brew the Vutellum on millésime, meaning a yearly tradition, and small batch. And this is the millésime 2021 or 2021. Like I said, it is a batch from 2021. Got it in 2022. Now is as good a time as any to open this. Looking at this label, we have ingrédients: eau, mal d'orge, mal de blé, sucre, houblon, fève de tonka, and levure. So ingredients: water, malted barley, regular barley, malted wheat, sugar, hops, tonka beans, and yeast. Goût évolutif, so taste evolution. And they call this a Belgian abbey style dark. Apparently, it has an EBU of 91, which is pitch black, and 24 IBUs, which is actually still quite high for this style. I didn't expect that. And they used Pilgrim hops, which is a hop that I am actually not familiar with. So, again, the Cervoise Tourix tasting glass. Let's check it out. And actually, when I got this, I was so excited to try, and I just put it somewhere in the back on a shelf in the cellar, and I completely forgot about it. So well, we still got that when opening. That is a good sign. We have quite a bit of foam here as well, which is also a good sign. And this is actually one of my weird and grown hobbies, tasting old beers I will never pour something down the drain without tasting it. I always open the bottle and taste at least one sip, and I've had some very pleasant surprises. Also some things that I don't want to talk about, but let's not talk about those. Now, lucky for me, the pleasant surprises are the majority. But back to this particular beer, no light coming through whatsoever, so very dark, but when looking very closely we do get this, yeah, the stout idea being it's pitch black, but we still get a tiny hint of deep ruby red poking through there. So very nice. Apart from that, yeah, ruby red, murky brown, somewhere in between. Nice beige foam, dark beige foam even. Nice dense foam as well. And still a lot of bubbling in this glass, so quite carbonated. Yeah, I'm getting roasted malt, but like really roasted. I'm getting some herbaceous flavor or aroma. I'm getting some, I don't want to say basil or thyme, but maybe a bit of sage maybe. But that will be the tonka bean as well. Because it's a very broad spectrum with tonka bean. We can go from herbal to sweet to, well, a little bit of everything, even a bit woody, so depending on how it's processed. A bit of phenol as well. Okay, let's not wait any longer. I think 4 years is more than enough. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot going on here, and I'm gonna try to break it down. Now, good news before we start, they still brew this. So if you are ever in the neighborhood, go say hi to Nicolas. Tell him I said hi. And maybe stock up on a few of these. But that being said, first off, as expected, roasted malt. Well, immediately afterwards, I'm getting hit in the face. I'm getting sucker punched by, yeah, what can only be the tonka beans. I'm getting a bit of vanilla. I'm getting a bit of wood. It's a bit astringent. I'm getting red berries. I'm getting red wine. I'm getting fruitiness, so not sweet, but fruity. Yeah, this is a flavor bomb. And full disclosure, I actually just got this from the fridge. I forgot to take it out. Normally I take out my beers between 15 and 30 minutes before recording, but this is when I'm starting on a whim. So it's really cold, and it's already such a flavor bomb. So I am very curious to see what this gives in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to grip it tight to warm it up a bit. Yeah, this is definitely special and dangerous, because it is an 11%er, but I think I took like 3 or 4 sips of this, and every sip is different. So it's not just taste evolution in the bottle, it's taste evolution while drinking. And I've had ideas like ranging from 7% to 14%. So I'm definitely a bad guesser, but this is dangerous. Just the idea of mistaking this for a 7%er and having 4 of these on the night. Wow. Now, on the other hand, I would never have 4 of these on the night. It is nice, but it is also very, very special. It takes some getting used to. It is very extraordinary. I also noticed that I can't take large sips of this. So I'm always nipping a bit. Oh, wow. Now, ever so often I draw in a bit of air just to mix up the aromas and the volatile components. And by doing so, you keep the volatile component in, so you get more aroma and a better understanding of the beer. Jesus, Mother of Mary. Yeah, that is extreme. Someone needs attention. Now, this flavor is extreme and nice. Like I said, I wouldn't order 4 of these on the night, but very, very cool. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Brasserie Burgonde, which is these days, or the past 2-3 years, has been a one-man operation, is very underrated. They used to be 2.5-ish people, but they cut back to one person, the brewer himself, because they had to cut costs, unfortunately, and that is because they are just a very small, tiny town brewery. But my God, Nicolas, you are a wizard in some senses. I also get some dark chocolate here, like some cocoa nibs. A bit of coffee, of course, but... And despite being slightly sweet and quite fruity, it gets rather dry in the back of the throat, so... Interesting. I think for all my French viewers here, and I know there's a bunch of you, go visit these guys. If you're ever around Vitteaux in the Burgundy region, yeah, just go over, have a look, tell them I said hi, and enjoy the scenery as well. It's a great hiking and climbing area. Okay. The after flavor is pure berries. I get a lot of red berries, raspberries. Sheesh. But these are bottles to share, really. If I knew this up front, I would have invited a friend. Okay, yeah, how should I score this? This is something special. I'm really torn between 3.75 and 4 here. So let's make it a 4. And now that I come to think of it, yo, if you're watching, I should have shared this one with you. I think this is right up your alley. Strong, dark, refreshing, fruity, interesting, a lot to say about this, a lot to learn about this. So if I ever go back, I'll definitely bring you one. Okay, this all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And if you want to support me and this channel, start by giving this a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you want to go that extra mile, maybe even visit the Patreon page and buy me a beer, or just share a video with someone and grow the family. Already over 400. Never expected that. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.